you don't have much time to practice, but still you want to make your practice time as effective as possible, then this video is perfect for you. I'm going to show you the 3 most important steps that you need for your beginner practice routine, so that you don't lose your motivation and it's still fun to practice, but still effective. Let's go. So the first step is the warm-up. For this one, let's take our arm like this. You can also do it on a table, on any surface, it doesn't matter. Just doing it now on my arm so you can see it. And now just take your right hand like this. And now just start tapping each finger twice. Like this. Super easy but super powerful to show our fingers, hey, wake up a little bit. Now it's time for practice. And if you've done that, then let's change the arm and let's do the same thing with the other hand. Perfect. You see the 4th finger is a little bit tricky, so don't force it to go up. It's not possible. So just do it like this and go back again. Very nice. Perfect. Now we also do, of course, a warm-up on our piano. Now I have 2 options for you. Now the first option is you take a piece that you can already play and like. Some song you really like to play on the piano, and you take this one and now you don't play it from the beginning till the end. No, we don't do that, but we play it in slow motion. So we play it super, super slow. So we tell our fingers, hey, wake up. Let me show you what I mean. So for example, we play this song here. Now we don't play it like this. We play it in slow motion. Now like this. Super slow. Maybe silly, but trust me. That way your fingers know, okay, now slowly waking up, and we're gonna practice now a little bit. You don't have to play the whole piece, right? That will take you hours, but just maybe a bar. And maybe also with both hands something. Perfect. That's also quite a challenge because it's not that easy to play something that slow. But that's a super nice way to just warm up your hands and fingers, right? Second option, I'm sure maybe you've heard of Hanon and Schmidt exercises. They are super powerful. But still, if you say, I know them, they're just draining my motivation, then don't do it. Stick to the first option I just showed you. But if you say, yes, let's do it, let's try it, let me also show you one easy warm-up exercise that's perfect for beginners. So for this Hanon exercise, you put your thumb on the C. And now, instead of giving every other finger the next key, you move it 1 note up. So the second finger goes on the E. That's very important. So you start on the C, then you skip this D, very important, and with your second finger you play already the E. And then you just go up until you reach the pinky, and then you go down again the same way, and you land on the C with your thumb again. So let's repeat this pattern. Start on the C, skip the D, we go up, and now if you want to continue this exercise, instead of going back to the C, we place now our thumb on the D and we repeat the same pattern. So your hand has to do this movement here. So don't stay like this. Remember, you have to skip the first note and your second finger immediately plays the F. And then just go 1 note up with every finger. Now, change the thumb 1 note up, and again, whoop, my fingers go like this. And I go up again. And same thing, thumb moves from the E to the F, and my fingers go like this. Very nice. So if you continue, you'll end up here on the C. Now, maybe you ask me, how do I get down? Well, if you want to go down now, you start on the G, and then again you skip the first note. So we don't play the F, we play the E with our 4th finger. That might feel a little bit weird. You skip it like this, and then you just go down until you reach with your thumb the B. And you go up again. And now same thing. We move the pinky one note down, and my other fingers move down as well. So again, we skip the first note and go down and up again. And the pinky already moved one note down. The other fingers have to move down as well, like this. And same thing, pinky goes here, and the other fingers move one note down. And eventually you'll end up here on the C again. Amazing. So this is the exercise. If you play it a little bit faster, it will sound like this. Now we go down. Perfect. Now I would start with practicing the right hand first, and then you can also add the left hand. The left hand works the same way. So we play the same notes actually. So they go hand in hand together, both hands, right? But start playing them separately, and the better you get with this exercise, eventually you can play it with both hands. Let me quickly show you how you can play that exercise with the left hand. So you play the same notes actually, but of course you start here with the pinky on the C, and now we skip the D as well, place our fourth finger on the E, and go up. Go down. Now, pinky on the D, and the other fingers go one note up, so we skip the first note again. And same thing. When you do that, you'll end up on the C with your pinky. And now we go down. Same thing, same notes with the right hand. So we start with the thumb on the G, and guess what? We skip the first note, place our second finger here, go down, up again, perfect. And now thumb goes on the F, and the other fingers move one note down. Skip the first note, thumb goes on the E, skip the first note, and you will end up here on the C eventually. Perfect. So, as I said, practice the hands separately first, right? Maybe in the first month only do the right hand, or in the first week, and then do the left hand and eventually put them together. If you want to put them together, it's actually super easy because they go always on the same beat. And they also play the same notes, right? And so on. So if we say in total you are practicing 15 minutes, then this warm-up part gets, let's say, 3 to 4 minutes. And then you are already good to go to part number 2. The second step in your perfect practice routine is, of course, practicing also the piece that you're currently learning or wanting to play. And here also, we don't play it from the beginning till the end. We can do this after. But first, take a bar, take a section, maybe it's 2 bars, maybe it's only 1 bar, maybe it's only half a bar, and practice this specific section that you're struggling with. Very important that you start with the part that you're struggling with, and not, I cannot say this often enough, not try to play it from the beginning till the end. This is not effective. I've tried it myself. It does not work, okay? So really take a part that you're struggling with, only do it for 5 and 10 minutes. It will be so much better afterwards, trust me. And then when you've done that, then you can play your piece of music that you're currently learning from the beginning till the end for fun. and maybe focus only on emotions, on dynamic, but not so much on the right notes. On the notes, you concentrate when you're practicing this specific section that you are struggling with. Now, if you ask me how much time should you spend on part number 2, that depends, of course, how long you're practicing. But again, let's say you're practicing in total 15 minutes, then I would say you can spend about like 8 to 9 minutes on your piece that you're currently learning. Third part in your practice routine is doing some improvisation. And no, you don't need any music knowledge for that. And no, I don't mean that you have to try something complicated here. No, we start super easy, really super simple. Just build a small, beautiful melody that's super fun to play. So here the goal is not to practice something many times to get it right. Here the goal is to just create something beautiful so that it's fun to play actually, right? And I'm gonna give you an easy instruction, the easiest instruction that you're gonna get to start. So the easiest way you can start, take those 4 notes, A, F, C, and G. Perfect, let's repeat those. A, F, C, and G. Perfect. Now, with the right hand, you play any white notes. Now, does this sound maybe familiar to you? People say just play any white notes and it will sound good, and then you try it and then it does not sound good. Well, yes, that's because people who are telling you this are already a little bit more advanced and often know, maybe without thinking too much, what notes sound good together and what notes actually not. So let me give you a little tip here. So if you play those 4 notes in the left hand I just showed you, then any of those 4 notes you can also play with your right hand and it will definitely sound good. I promise you that. Let's give it a try. So those were my 4 notes in the left hand, right? So we had F, G, A, and C. Now, if you focus on those 4 notes, it will sound good. Let me show you. I just played the same notes I played with my left hand, right? So that's the easiest way to start. Just play the same notes you play with your left hand. Well, now, of course, you can play also any other white notes. Yes, that's true, but it's a little bit more risky. But you can play them as well. Tip, if something does not sound good, like this for example, let's say we start here, and you're like, oh my gosh, I'm playing a white note, as you told me, but it still doesn't sound good. Then, what you do, the next note, you can just stay on this note, but then just go 1 note up or 1 note down. Don't jump around and look for another different white note, right? Just go 1 note up or 1 note down. It's the easiest way to fix it. Let me show you. And suddenly the first note that first sounded maybe a little bit odd, a little bit off, is now not that bad, right? And so on. So yes, you can play any of those white notes and it's not a problem if it sounds a little bit strange at the beginning. Just remember, 1 note up or 1 note down and it will sound good eventually. And the more often you practice this, the more often you try, the better you get. And eventually you'll know maybe what combinations sound good and what are maybe not that smooth. And then you will be able to play something like this. Things are already super nice. So for example here I just played those 3 notes A, B, C and it sounded already like a little melody, like your own music piece. Try it out, you will love it. So for the improvisation part, the part number 3, I would spend about like 5 minutes. That's enough to come up with a small melody, even if it's just something like this. Maybe you like it like this. I think it's already super nice and it's super simple. And you can come up with this simple melody in 5 minutes. I hope you like this little practice routine. Let me know how it goes in the comments.